What's up guys, here in this video I'm going to be showing you how to automate clothing mockup creation in Photoshop. We're going to be doing this using a Photoshop plugin called Batch Replace Smart Objects. You can find a link in the description if you want to check this out and save a ton of time on this boring part of your workflow. So whether you're working with, mockups where it's sort of like text on t-shirt type of graphic where maybe there's a little print area at the chest region up at the top here. Maybe you're doing more of like an all over print type of mockup where you want the artwork to fill the full area. Whatever your requirements are, this plugin is very flexible and it's super useful for anyone creating a lot of clothing mockups in Photoshop. We're going to set up a couple operations. I'm going to show you the different features, the different placement options you can use to create perfect mockups every single time, regardless of your workflow. So we're going to start off with the conventional sort of, artwork image placed at the upper chest region. This is something that's pretty common for print-on-demand workflows. Maybe it's a hoodie, a sweatshirt, a long sleeve tee, or a graphic t-shirt like this. This is a pretty common style of mockup that a lot of people are creating in Photoshop. So if you have your custom file here, where, there's the certain area that corresponds to where you want the image placed, we're going to go ahead and show you how to automate this process using this plugin. So we're going to just do the Photoshop document to use mode. What you can do is you can select an entire folder of all of your mockup files if you want to create all of them in one go, or if you want to just work with one particular mockup file at a time, you can do it that way. So we're going to select our Photoshop document to use. That's going to be the mockup white t-shirt front. Now that that's selected, the plugin knows what file to use. This is a pretty simple scene where, I guess there's a couple smart objects, so we want to make sure that our target smart object layer is selected. That's going to be this one here. If we selected this one, it would operate on the wrong one. So since there's multiple smart objects, you want to make sure the target one is selected in the layer stack. So next, we're going to select our input folder to use. This is going to be the folder containing the artwork images or designs that we want to replace the smart object with. I'm going to go ahead and navigate here to my design images folder, and we're going to go ahead and select that. So here inside of my design folder, to show you what I'm working with, so it's kind of a mixed bag. So I have some logos here. These are just sort of generic logos I created. This is where there's going to be transparency if you're doing like a sort of text on t-shirt type of workflow. That's going to show you how the plugin works for that. Then additionally, I just have some horizontal images and some vertical images. This is more for like a conventional, just like a flat image where you want the, the full image inside of there. So it's really a mixed bag just to show you how versatile this plugin is. So for this particular operation, there's different placement rules and resize settings you can choose from. The one that makes the most sense in my opinion for this type of mockup is contain inside smart object. There's 4 options. You can do stretch to fit smart object, place original image, contain inside smart object, or fill smart object and crop, just to show you sort of how those work. So if you're doing a sort of stretch to fit smart object, there's going to be some distortion and stretching of the images, obviously. If you're doing place original image, it's really just going to drop the original image exactly as is. Contain inside smart object, this is something that makes sense for what we're doing, where we don't want any distortion or squashing of the text images or the artwork images, but we also want to make sure that it's contained inside of the bounds of the smart object so it doesn't spill past it or whatever it is. So that's the one that we're going to be using here. Another option, this is common for print-on-demand workflows, would be fill smart object and crop. This is useful if you want to just sort of blow the image up so that it fills the whole available print area or the smart object area in the mockup, and it'll just chop away any excess image content. So it's not going to distort the image or squash it or change the aspect ratio. It'll just blow it up so it fills the space, and then it'll chop away the excess. This is the option that we're going to be using here, contain inside smart object, for this first operation. You can also configure the vertical and horizontal placement rules. You can do top center, center, bottom right, whatever you want really for your workflow. For this particular workflow and this particular mockup, center is what makes the most sense. One helpful tip if you want to get a feel for like what is the actual smart object area inside of this document, something you can do is you can actually step into your smart object by double clicking it. Then you can just put solid color fill, save it. Now when we go back to our mockup, we can see, okay, this is the available area for us. And so if we want the images to, hit closer to the top of the boundary, we can do it that way. But for this particular mockup, center placement, a center placement would make the most sense, so that's what we're going to do here for this one. Last step is just select the output folder where you want to export your final created mockups to. We're going to go ahead and do that real quick. I need to create a folder. Final mockup images 1. We'll go ahead and select that, and we are good to go for this operation. So everything's set up here for this first demo operation. We're going to go ahead and click run this now, and what the plugin is going to do is it's going to open each of the images from the input folder. It's going to resize them according to our placement rule, and then it's going to place them inside of the smart object area using the vertical and horizontal placement rule that we've selected. As you can see, it's doing this automatically for us, so instead of us coming into Photoshop and wasting hours of our valuable time, instead you can just use this Photoshop plugin and it'll completely automate this boring work for you. This operation is completely finished. We'll go ahead and click OK. At the end of the operation, you can see that it does a little reset where it just sort of reverts your smart object area back to its original size and aspect ratio. So that allows you to just keep reusing this mockup scene, and it's not going to screw up your initial configuration basically. Here in the final mockup images folder, we can take a look here, and as you can see, it used a wide variety of different image styles, and it pretty much adhered to the rule that we selected quite well, where we said we want to push the images to be in the center, and we also want to contain them inside of the smart object. As you can see, different image styles, different varieties. It did a fantastic job for us. So that's the contain inside smart object setting for this type of a graphic in the chest region type of mockup. We're going to use a different setting for an all over print type of mockup instead. This is something else you'll commonly see sold on print on demand stores, where instead of just one particular region, instead you have the whole area that you want to get filled. For this one, it would make more sense to use the stretch to fit smart object setting, so that's what we're going to use. And let's take a look at what the plugin does for an all over print type of a mockup. So what it's doing, once again, for each of the images inside of the folder, it's opening them up, it's resizing them according to this rule and according to the size of the smart object, and then it's exporting the images for us. Let's go ahead and pop here. And as you can see, it adhered to the rule, and indeed it did stretch the images to fill the smart object area. Something else that's useful about this plugin is once you have all of your settings set up here, you can just save this operation, give it a name, all over print t-shirt mockup, save, and then instead of reconfiguring this and setting up all your settings, you can just come here, you can just search for an operation, and you can just click run batch and it'll just run the operation using all of your settings that you configured earlier. So whatever export file type you chose, whatever image placement and resize rule you selected, whatever folders you're pointing to, it'll just save all of those settings, and then you can just find the operation, and then all you need to do is click run batch and it'll just run the operation using all of your configurations. If your workflow is more complicated, you can save what's called a workflow, and you can save multiple step operations. So maybe step 1, if you're running an e-commerce store, maybe you're creating t-shirt mockups. Step 2 might be creating hoodie mockups. Step 3 might be creating long sleeve t-shirt mockups. Whatever it is, you can just set up a multiple step workflow, click run workflow, and it'll just execute all the operations one after the other in a completely automated sequence. It's also super useful that instead of just using one Photoshop document at a time, you can flip this over and you can point to an entire folder of PSD files to use. So if you have a standard workflow, if it's an e-commerce store where you have, a standard set of like 10 product images that you always use for your product page listings, cool, you can just point to the entire folder. It'll loop through all of them. So it'll do mockup number 1 using all of your artwork images, using these settings. It'll export those mockups. Then it'll move on to mockup number 2 in the folder for all of these images. It'll replace the smart object using these settings, and it'll just loop through all of your mockups, all of your artwork images, and it'll automate the entire process for you. As we saw earlier as well, if you have text on t-shirts and you're doing something where you want transparency preserved, the plugin does indeed preserve that transparency. It accepts a large number of different artwork image file types. So whatever your workflow is for designing your images to use, whatever the file types are, if it's PNG, JPEG, if it's a layered file type, whatever it is, you can just dump all your images into the folder and the plugin handles all of them very effectively. And then the export file types, there's a lot of options available as well. So if you want to export as PNG, if you want to export as JPEG, if you want to export as WebP, there's a lot of options to choose from here, and you can also customize the save quality. So if you want really high quality images, you can increase this, or if you want to apply compression so your file sizes are smaller, smaller. This can help with load times on e-commerce websites because by applying compression, it can, shrink the file size to where the images look pretty similar, but the file size will be a lot lower. Faster load times on your website, this can contribute to higher conversion rates and a better user or customer experience. So you can just play with these settings and find what works best for your particular workflow. So these were obviously some quick little demonstrations we did to show you how to use this plugin, but you can imagine if you have a workflow where you're working with dozens or hundreds of artwork images, and maybe you're creating, 10 different mockups for each of the designs. This is something that if you're doing this manually in Photoshop, one at a time, coming in here, replacing the smart objects, exporting the images, giving them a file name, doing this manually over and over again to create hundreds of mockups is a huge, gigantic waste of your time. Thankfully, this Photoshop plugin makes it super easy to automate this process and free up hours of time on this boring part of your workflow. There's a link in the description if you want to check this plugin out and give it a try inside of Photoshop. It's a tremendous time saver for any print-on-demand seller or graphic designer who spends a large amount of time manually creating mockups in Photoshop. If you have any questions about the settings, you can click the little info icon next to it, and it pulls up a little explanation of the key features and answers many questions you might have. And you can always email our customer support team if you have additional questions that were not answered in this video. Hope you found this helpful, and I hope this plugin helps you to save a ton of time on this boring part of your workflow.